Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. Well, let's tell the story. 3 years ago, I was over in Frankfurt to watch Rangers play Leipzig, and I got talking with the man, the myth, the legend, called Jamie, who doesn't want any credit for these games, but certainly deserves a lot of it, as always, mate. Thank you. We got talking about ideas and potential stuff, and I pitched together Scotland versus England, YouTube content creation, not a game with people falling near the ball, no knowing how to kick it. I'm talking about an actual game where we get to see how good YouTube players actually are in a competitive match. And to the credit of both Theo Baker and Chris MD, they loved the idea, and Theo really pushed for the idea. He believed in it and he put the game on, and ladies and gentlemen, we got it. The first year, eventually after a very tight first half, the legs went in the Scotland team and England came away with a 4-0 win, scoring 3 goals in the space of 10 minutes to wrap up the actual game. But Scotland came back the second year, improving the quality, improving the fitness, and we came about and shocked the YouTube world with a phenomenal dramatic win on penalties, levelling up to 1 win apiece, which brings you to this video right here, the decider. Who takes the advantage? Is it Scotland? Is it England? Let's find out. And here we go then, it's an away day, ladies and gentlemen, as we are at Elland Road, walking out the tunnel, captaining my side against England's side, led by Miniminter, who's of course a boyhood Leeds fan. I'm a boyhood Rangers fan. There was an extra added spice going back to 1992 for the original Battle of Britain. But this is Scotland, this is England, and it's all set up to be a phenomenal game in itself. And for the eagle-eyed audience, people checking in and looking at our team and saying, wait a minute, where's Sam Wardrobe? Wait a minute, where's Craigie, the postie that scored the top bin penalty? Where is last year's man of the match, James Alcott? Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, the Scotland side was gutted pretty heavily going into this game because of just unlucky circumstances. Wardrobe couldn't make it, Craigie couldn't make it, and last year's man of the match, Mr. James Alcott, picked up an injury 24 hours before the game. So shout out Charlie Morley. He'll probably get a wee bit of crap for playing on the Scotland side, but he had already played a 90-minute match the day before this game. But because we were scrambling and having to mix up our team and try to find someone last minute to come in to this game, he pulled the old boots on and represented Scotland, becoming our mix sauce. So shout out to the boys. I've just given you a wee update on the squad in case you're looking around wondering why ABC from last year's win isn't there. That's just it, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a full team there, but the boys are here and they're ready to shock the world again. But that is us, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, me and Miniminter are discussing there, having a wee bit of laugh about that, and then we actually notice we're missing the team photos, so we have to actually have a wee jog over, get a wee warm up in, and reassert ourselves. The skippers almost missed the team photos, and look at that, eh? Simon goes on the outside, I go in the middle, force everyone up there. Captain's right. Am I right? And that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. A wee quick photo beforehand, because we know by the time the whistle goes, we're all going to hate each other. Let's go, lads. Let's lift it. Did anyone see how high Jamel just jumped? Can we get this guy tested? Anyway, stealing a line from one of my favourite channels, Kickoff. And I will try to be as unbiased as possible with Scotland play some of the best stuff out from the back that I've ever seen. It goes out to Charlie Roxburn, playing on the left wing this time after scoring a screamer on the right, but because again of needing to change our formation, play people out of position, he can do it all, and he's played on a wonderful ball down the left hand side. Jamel already showing his pace. I'm screaming for the cutback, but he tries an early shot, and Scotland are on the board with the first shot in the first minute. Now, as you can see, I believe that is Joe Weller showing a wee bit the old twinkle toes. However, Cam comes in there and says Nana, and Joe Weller doesn't like that and has a little bit of a swipe, adding a bit of spice to the game already as Cam controls the middle of the park. Onto the right hand side, you've got Toby showing some great pace there as he wins the ball versus Callum Skillen. Nice little outside of the foot pass. He loves a Travella, the boy, but that's a great interception again for Kirkham. Now he does try to do a little bit too much, but it's a brave challenge for Welch. We're all committed there. This is not your standard YouTube game. It is nippy! And speaking of nippy, gets the ball, gets Toby. Thankfully Toby is alright, but again, this is what it's about, ladies and gentlemen. It's one each and foot foul. Now I'm got jogging over, putting a wee bit of pressure on. That is a phenomenal ball by Theo Baker. In behind, Simon Miniminter trying to find the middle of the park, but we can't find Joe Weller there, and Scotland survive what could have been a potential scare. Now moving into the middle of the park, we have Charlie Morley getting on the ball, again dropping deep. He was in a sort of centre attack midfield position, and that right there is a phenomenal ball to Jamel. Can he set himself? He can't, as it's some great defending from Big Harry in that centre-back spot. However, Jamel's on the right-hand side. What can he do? He tries to line up his former hashtag colleague and owner, Spend Doggy Dog, but the old dog still has a wee bit of life in the legs yet. Cam tries to whip in a nice little cross in there, and it ends up winning the very first set piece of the game as Reeve, the monster that's never sniffed a kebab, kicks the ball out. Sharp div on the set pieces. What can he do? He whips it into a dangerous area. Skills almost gets there. It nearly drops to Charlie, who scored the screamer last year, but it falls to Brandon, and that is an incredible save by Big John in the sticks. Now, the referee does end up giving an offside there, but I'm going to give credit to the goalie there. That is absolutely disgusting for Big John. But that bright start for Scotland sparks England into life as they try to get it forward. Spendog tries to header it on, but Jamel's just going to eat Big Ethan up there for toast. There you are, holding off to spins his man. It's beautiful work there, and now Charlie's got the ball. He tries to play it to Jamel. The ball's just not sitting nice. It's a battle of the titans back there, but the big man is putting himself out, and Charlie chases his own pass, battling with Toby down that right hand side. But to be fair to Toby, showing great strength, quick feet, quick imagination, and he gets it going. He loves that outside of the foot pass, but this time it sweeps right to Jamel into Callum. What can he do? Can we get this early pressure on there? It drops to the edge of the box. Cam! That is 3 points in rugby. Unfortunately, nothing in football, but if there is one man who deserves a goal for his work over the last 3 years in these games, it's that man right there. Now moving on, we have Simon Miniminter showing a wee bit of composure down the left hand side there, skips away, and it's a bit of a light foul, I would suggest there, by the referee, but you can see why it was given. Light or not, it is a dangerous free kick from England, and JCC whips in a delicious ball into the mixer. Brandon with the brave header. It does drop to Rotishaw, and Harry thankfully volleys that over the bar for the Scotland contingency, whilst the English are nippy and a wee bit nervous. I'm pretty sure if that had went in, as we were laughing at right there, the taps would have been off and there might have not been any lines left on the actual park. Behave yourselves, everyone. Let's get back to the football. Moving on to the football, then we have a double collision between the two Rangers fans as Toby gets the ball down beautifully. Now you can see there, he just opens those legs up outside of the foot again. The boy loves a Travella, and so does Theo Baker. Theo Baker down the right hand side into Miniminter, playing at Elland Road. Can he deliver? And it's actually the first save from either goalkeeper legally, as of course Big John's big save was chopped off for offside. It now goes to Toby again. The Travella. Can somebody stop him from pressing L2 square, please? And that there is unlucky now. Simon is adamant that it's a corner kick, and if it is, that is one of the best saves I've ever seen. However, we're all claiming, and the goalie's claiming he never touched it, but you can see Simon has already got more touches than he did at Soccer Aids. Sorry, Simon. Jamel again holding the ball up against Harry Pinheiro. Beautiful work there, and he just gets a foul as JCC leaves a little bit on him. And there he gives an opportunity to get the ball in the mixer. Brandon, big ball in, he goes to him. It drops to Devon. It's another fantastic save. It's a rebound save again. Can he slide it to CJ Novo? He wants the ball. It drops to Charlie, and unfortunately Scotland just can't make that early pressure play, as that's a big save by John, and Big Jamel cannot get it out his feet to slip in his skip dog and me, who was screaming for the ball and begging for it to tap into the back of it. But it's bright. It's a really good start from us. Bit of a light suggestion there, and then you can see what people are saying about it. Callum doesn't agree with it, but then the beginning of the substitution happened. There is so many talented attacking players, talented players on that England squad, and they're already making changes just 15 minutes in, and that was a big part of this game. The constant rotation as Angry Ginge comes on to a chorus of boos. We truly love to see it. Charlie Roxburn going down the left hand side now, of course being shifted over one because of the injuries. I'm battling up against Jin there, catch a wee bit the elbow in the dish, but we didn't mind that. It's a physical game. Brilliant again there from Charlie Roxburgh, winning that ball cleanly, as you can see by the referee. Cam now, nice little pass into Charlie Morley. What can he do? He can spread the play beautifully out to Callum Skillen. Right, C Skills, you're up against Seb. Wee shimmy, using his pace, using his power. He's in behind. Can he find CJ at the back post? They can't, as Seb brilliantly recovers. Fantastic defending from him. Now you're looking at another opportunity to put the ball in the mixer. It's floated, it's to the back post. Jamel, big header, well blocked by JCC. It's an outswinger. let's not talk about it, but it does give England the opportunity to counter. Simon Miniminter thankfully fluffs his line. Cam should deal with this. He tries to take on Toby in a foot race. There's not many on this part that could get near that one. Will we be punished for this mistake? Out swinging corner goes to Seb. Cuts it back to the edge of the box. And it's Simon whose shot is well blocked by the defence of Scotland. Now we try and counter. Now we play back. It is back and forth game right here. Skillen again, and he gets slight challenge by Miniminter, who's run all the way back. And somehow, some way, the referee hasn't given this as a foul. Now Skillen has asked me to include this in the video to show it was a foul, but the referee's claiming he got the ball. Nah, no. For me now, unfortunately, there is a little bit of a break in the play as our centre-half Brandon, Mr. Beadon from the SYT, has actually picked up a little bit of a knock. But again, harping back to something we mentioned earlier, the team is very restricted this game, I should say. And we don't actually have a backup centre-back on the bench. So Scotland, over the next 5 minutes, while Brandon tries to get strapped up, gets a bit of deep heat, is playing with 10 men. Scotland is grafting here. Scotland is fighting. And we're not done yet. But to give credit, the big man is back on after a couple minutes. Scotland survive against 10 men, and I'm putting a wee bit of pressure on Ginge here. Win the little header. The lino seems to think I was offside there. I'm not really sure if I was offside, possibly, but either way, I try and play a 1-2 with Div, but it's well defended by Toby, who just seems to be everywhere in the opening 25 minutes of this game, showing his raw pace as Big John plays out to Spencer, and we can't get anything going from there. But it is our throw-in, and it's a bit of a silly one, but Brandon does do very well to step into the ball, plays it to Cam Kirkham. I've slided over to the left to open up the space for him to jog into, gets a little bit of a shove there for Ethan. He's up against Angry Ginge, edge of the box, gets one kick, gets two kicked. He's still getting kicked here. He gets kicked and tripped up again. The referee is not interested, and Reeve does some fantastic defending just to play it off Charlie Roxburn. But aye, we're not 100% sure on why that wasn't given as a foul, but you have to take them. It's a game, ladies and gentlemen. Referees can't get everything right all of the time. Speaking of right, Theo Baker, he might have one hit, but it's no bad if it's made a dust as he sprinkles in between 3 or 4 players, and that there is a phenomenal save, and Tom Garrett cannot get his shot on target. Theo Baker is screaming, but the referee explained the reason he wasn't given as a penalty is his advantage of the shot was given, and then Tom Garrett's open goal miss was given, as well as Tom Garrett's got a cock in his hand. We've seen that before. England trying to turn the screw here, but it's well played by Jamie Welsh. Brilliant interception. The pass, not bad either. How's your first touch? It's good. The second touch is even better. Jamel 1-5 turning on the afterburners. Can he drag us forward? He can't do, as JCC comes in with a brilliant recovery challenge. Tom Garrett now trying to find his pitch side teammate, but that is a big slide challenge from young Jamie Welsh. England continue to pile on the pressure here. Seb, long, searching through ball, intercepted well by Div. I'm coming in there, winning that ball over Ethan. I'm now at centre mid. Believe it or not, I'm doing Dujon Sterling Hings as Theo Baker thankfully headers over the bar, and that was an important breather for the Scotland squad as England again continue to rotate the people and bring on quality. We're digging in here, and again, I've played striker, centre mid, CDM so far. It's 40 minutes, and again, the grey noggin is sweating, and they bring on a professional player. Ouch. Which was a real surprise given what was said last year and what was said this year. But we move on as we continue to fight, and unfortunately I can't be there at the back post. Don't shout at me, I am playing centre mid, but Jamel battling with Angry Ginge and ends up sliding in to the back of them there as Charlie has a shot as he kicks it out in solidarity for our boy. Ginge definitely wasn't a miss hit. Top 10 most respectful moments in football. And aye, I've got to be honest, I went right over to Ginge right away as it did not look pretty. You see, originally a bad pass, but does so well to win the 50-50, but then just gets absolutely sandwiched. That's a true guff and tough served on a platter. But aye, the best news is the fact that Angry Ginge was alright. I was a little bit worried about him there. As you see, I go over and check on him to make sure he's alright, and I end up picking the laddie up as well after a minute or two, which made him think I was the one that ran into him. Again, wasn't me, big man. But again, something you don't see very often in these types of games, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that a yellow card is given. But given the challenge it was done, understandable from the referee, and Big Jamel shows he bleeds the blue of this team. Fully committed. Now, Ethan brings the ball down the middle of the park. Again, I'm putting a wee bit of pressure on there as I try to make a sprint up to the left-hand side. But the ball's in behind the defence. It is sure that that's offside. And that there is an unlucky effort. And what a save by the goalkeeper. But he follows up, and LD Movements has scored. The professional player that was a surprise to everyone has tapped the ball in to the back end net. The defence is arguing. We'll have a wee look at this again. Again, unfortunately, I don't have the angle to suggest that it is offside. But it does look a mile offside from that angle. However, no one complained too much from the England side, and the line-o says he was on, so we can only go with the benefit of the line-o. But I think Jose, who made that phenomenal save, deserves a little bit better and more luck on that occasion. But now it's 1-0 to England. What can Scotland do as we fall behind? Charlie Roxburgh, again, beautiful work down in the unfamiliar position. He plays it in to the middle of the park. Him and Cam combining very well in the middle of the park here as Cam goes a wee bit of a stroll. Beautiful ball in to Charlie Roxburgh. Great first touch as well. Again, I'm having to hold the side because I am in centre midfield right now, but there's no one quite there to tap that into the back of net, and we end up going down the other channel now. And more substitutions from the England side. They've brought in more fresh players, and we're just digging in here, ladies and gentlemen. But it is a heavy touch, uncharacteristically from Sharp Dev, and Jamie Welch, wee bit of reckless challenge, and he tries to kick the ball and it's hit the player in the face. And I'll be honest, breaking kayfabe commentator right there, I was not happy with this, so I come over right away and I just tell him to calm and keep his goddamn head. We didn't want to see anything stupid like that. I'm checking on him, and I'm wanting to make sure everyone's alright, because obviously you can get concussions, you can get headaches and that. I know he scored against Scotland and breaking kayfabe, but he didn't want to see anybody hurt like that. I'm not saying that Jamie Welsh meant to hurt the laddie, but obviously he's trying to clear it. It's the heat of the game, but it is a dangerous free kick. What can Tom Garrett do? He crosses it into the back post. No one's marking. Angry Ginge, and it is 2-0 to England. A silly foul that we have gave away at the edge of our own box from our own throw-in seems to haunt Scotland, and the man who was broken in half like a digestive biscuit has picked himself back up and headed into an empty net as he was left wide open at the back post. And unfortunately, Welsh is not going to like looking at this one, as he sees that he did leave his man at the back post. The man that gave the foul away has then went ahead to leave his man. It's unfortunate for the young Scotsman, but he'll dig in and he'll give his all on that occasion. But you can see I'm going over. I'm just saying, lift it, keep the heads, lads. Let's get back to playing football. Jacob strolling on the ball, fantastic on the day. Another late replacement for the Scotland side from Flat Chat, I believe. Beautiful work, plays in, Sharp Dev goes down the right hand side to Callum Skillen. Skillen, one touch, they set himself. It's a great cross. Season over rises, and it is just wide. And yeah, you can see I'm screaming a wee bit there and I'm very animated, but here you see the angle from this side, and this will tell you how close it was. I think Toby's reaction will tell you just how close that was. And if you're wondering why I was so animated and why I was so angry with my reaction, I'm just screaming and shouting, boys, play football as I rise like a salmon. And aye, it's frustrating because we're better than what we showed in parts of this game. Get back to playing football, no rugby, and we can go ahead and do something. But unfortunately, the last kick of the first half ends with a disappointing set piece. Scotland 2-0 down, England 2-0 up. Despite it being mixed chances in the first half, Scotland need a massive second half comeback. Second half comes in and I'm already putting a wee bit of pressure on as I'm chasing Rota Shaw in there, and I slide in there, try to get stuck in. Is that a foul? Probably, ladies and gentlemen. I did obviously clip the ball, as you'll see in a minute, and that's not the most flattering angle. Can somebody edit that out, please? His arse is in my dish. Anyway, we move on a couple minutes later. After TV leaves one in late to Charlie Roxburgh, who tries to spin his man in what did look like a nothing foul that the English fans and English players, were laughing and having a joke with. It does end up knocking out Charlie Roxburgh, who scored a phenomenal goal last season, and the Crella de Vil of the Scotland side is kicked out. So the already depleted Scotland squad is down yet another man, and on comes Stephen to play at the left back position. Again, a man stepping up the last minute to try and help us out regarding our numbers. But it goes down to Arthur TV, and that's a brilliant defensive header for Brandon into Seaskill. What can Seaskill do? He can't do much. It's Toby again with that electrifying pace, but thankfully Arthur TV can't find him, and Charlie plays out from the actual back. Jumping over a couple seconds forward, again Cam heavily involved, holds off Arthur TV. That is some strength again. Plays it to Stephen, who's just on, gets his first touch there, and now we're trying to build out for the back. Jacob, that long searching ball into Jamel. Look at that for a first touch. Absolutely gorgeous. Plays in Charlie Morley. Charlie Morley versus his mentor, Spencer. Cuts back beautifully. Tries a curler. That's a brilliant save, but it falls to the back post. And CJ Novo has popped it in to the back of net to give Scotland hope, and you can see what it means. Straight back, no celebrations, none of this. It's a game, ladies and gentlemen. We're all in it, and there you are. I'm saying, Charlie, that's what we expect for you. That's what you've got. And Jamel, just keep doing what we're doing. It's no over if you play football, and you can see here it's brilliant for Chaz. Cuts inside there, brilliant shot, phenomenal save by Big John, and I'm at the back post like every striker should be, sniffing out any potential chances. And for those wondering if I did steal the goal, it wasn't. Look at it, it's aerial, it's Fret, and we're in to the back of the net, and that's what we're capable of doing when we forget the silliness and get back to playing football. Real goal scorer, striker instincts, dare I suggest. And again, it's one of those ones. I've only gambled at the back post because I know how good Big John actually is, but we're trying to play it out for the back now, but it's well intercepted by Tom Garrett, who slides one up in the air. That's easy and light work for Jose Santana, who tries a long ball over to CJ Novo. CJ Novo takes a wee touch. They're screaming for handballs, but that there is a gorgeous through ball to Charlie Morley. Can he get round the goalie? He can, but he unfortunately can't keep it in. That is a massive opportunity here. We'll bring it down into the old chesticles, play him through, in behind. On another day, Charlie takes that round the goalie and scores that bread and butter. But again, unfortunately, it just did not fall his way. You can argue if it was a handball or not. For me, I think I'm getting away with that. If there's VAR, you can let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, Toby again, showing his skill and ability. Outside of the fit again, the boy absolutely loves it. Speaking outside of the fit, LD Movements tries that, but thankfully it's a fantastic save for Jose Santana. Now, some pressure from the England side now, trying to turn on the screw after nearly falling and giving away that 2-goal advantage, and it drops to Toby, who cannot believe he hasn't scored, as Stephen coming into the game caught on his heels, and Toby thankfully misses wide on the Scotland contingency. English fans probably upset about that. But speaking of upset, Jamel is not happy that this is given as a foul there. He's getting pulled, he's getting pushed. Wee bit of frustration there, and the English players are all screaming, wanting Jamel sent off in the game. For anyone wondering what type of game it is and who wants to win and if they care about winning, I think it's clear. But the referee does the right thing here. Plus, it wasn't even a foul. Anyway, don't know what he's saying. Anyway, Stephen takes on miniminter. Beautiful work to get away from here then. I'm just wanting a kick to me. He just rifles it at my knee. But again, that happens, ladies. You've got to stay here. Me against the pro. There's only one winner right there, son. Slide in, get the ball, and let's see what we can actually do. Moving down the right-hand side. Again, I'm playing left wing now. I've been positionally changed again. But again, in there, and I stopped Toby for crossing the ball. So far, I've played striker, cam, centre mid, and now left wing, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Dujan Sterling of this Scotland squad. Anyway, Ethan tries to take on Cam and falls over, but the referee gives a foul, and I think Cam lets that be known. He's not too happy on that one. I'm moving up there again. No fouls needed. Brilliant work for Cam. Nice little reverse in there, and LD Movements gets a wee bit upset that he's lost the ball and slides in pretty recklessly, and that is the second yellow card. Anyone who had a bet on for over 1.5 cards is loving life right now, and probably questioning how Jamel wasn't sent off, if I'm honest. But we move on from that one, and the referee takes his second man into the booking. Aye, anyone thinking it's a daft game that nobody cares about? It's quite clear. Now Stephen comes in and does what he always does, and that's a foul throw. Like, honestly, no wonder I've got grey hairs. But anyway, unfortunately, it does give England an opportunity to get the ball in the mixer, and Jose Santana bails out Stephen massively for the foul throw, and that is a brilliant save versus JCC, who was great on the day as well, by the way. But English are pile on the pressure. Jacob smacks the ball forward here, who plays it to Morley. Morley, great little first touch. I'm screaming, wanting in behind. I'm not understanding why we're stopping the game. I was clearly upset there, as you can see, but I've went and picked Jamel up. I didn't know he had a head knock. Again, I'm alright to admit I make mistakes now and again. Anyway, we play on here. Callum Skillen tries to find me, doesn't get it. I hold off Reeve, end up colliding with our knees, and that was a saving for Bayfiers. I think Bayfiers had some swelling the next again day. One of those innocuous challenges that nothing seems to go wrong, but ends up hurting us both. But we end up winning a corner kick, and up steps Sharpdev, whips it into the mixer, And it's hit the bar for Callum Skillen. He's trying to get it smashed into the back of net. Somehow the English survive. Spencer shows a bit of composure to get the ball away. But let's have a second look at that. Brilliant delivery. Callum Skillen could not hit more of the bar there if he tried, and it just wouldn't fall the battling Scotsman's way. Stephen with a big interception here with the header. Plays in sharp dive. He tries to sprinkle away from Miniminter. And that is a lead challenge for Miniminter on Cam. Again, showing they didn't foul bad players, Cam. Heat up, son. Take it as a compliment. Speaking of taking it a compliment, I try and take it down the left-hand side, but it's a good slide challenge for Harry Roteshaw. Great battle again down that side, and he shows his pace as a win. Another set piece. Unfortunately, nothing comes from this set piece. However, Miniminter now on the ball with a trademark long, beautiful through ball. The defence stops again. I bet Theo is adamant that he is onside. He's not happy, ladies and gentlemen. He's threatening to kick the ball away. He's calling for this. He's calling for that. The man could pick a fight in an empty room. He is adamant he is onside. Now, granted, again, we can't see too much from the angle that we currently have. Just like their opening goal, I don't know if it was onside or not. But what we do love, ladies and gentlemen, is the smile for the lino. We love it, son. Shout you out. Anyway, speaking of shout out, again, Roteshaw doing some nice work, but sharp dive turns there. Beautiful. Look at him. He's composed. Look at that for a ball. Morley! It just needs to get a touch on it, and it's into the back of net, but it drops to the hands. Hey, Big John, Scotland banging at the door here. Have a look at this. We just need a touch, but we can't get on the actual end of it. Scotland continue to put on the pressure, continue to hunt. Playing a little header in there. Spin doggy dog catches Skillen in the back of the head. The referee doesn't deem it a foul, but eventually it is given as a stoppage in play. And England actually get the ball back, which was a surprise on that one. Obviously no malicious intent there, but come on ref, it's a head knock. Speaking of knock, bang! Right up the park for Jose Santana in to our boy Jamel. I try and bring it down the left hand side. The first touch was decent, but Roteshaw is there. I've got to be honest, I'm getting older now. I'm absolutely blowing. It's a tough ask for all the boys digging in, but here we go. Cross into the Bixer. It's Brandon! Oh my goodness me. I am still sick to my stomach in disbelief that this has not found a way into the back of net. What more can the young laddie who's battling through injuries do? Sometimes you just have to give credit to the opposition. Sometimes you've got to hold your hand up. Big John, to you, I hate your guts, truly, but phenomenal save, big man. Arguably, no, in fact, the best save I've ever seen on a football park. That is outrageous. What more can Scotland do to try and get back level in this game? Doesn't it come much better from that, from the header and from the save. But here comes England trying to put pressure on. It's a great block from Jacob. We're digging in here. It's again Seb as he tries to get another shot, but it's well blocked again. We're digging in here. We're playing in Div. Div plays it out to Welshie, who's just back on. Can he play me in? I'm screaming for the ball, but he goes the other way, unfortunately. But I'm digging in. I'm still battling. I'm still fighting away. We're not giving this up. Putting pressure on. Scotland, build it. Ladies and gentlemen, again, putting the pressure on, demanding standards, demanding to give whatever we've got left as Charlie and Jamel are off the park at this occasion. We're having to make subs. We're having to dig deep. What have we got? Will we get this equaliser? Brandon tries to play in Raz, who's on for Jamel, but he can't get there as Reeve reads it. And then it's one through ball. Last couple minutes of the game. Seb taps it in to the back of the net, and ladies and gentlemen, despite a potential offside or a confusion on whether or not it was offside, I believe one of the linos thought it was off, the referee didn't. I don't think it is offside, but that is 3-1 to England and effectively wraps up the game with just a minute or two left. But it's England looking to pile on the misery. It's a brawl to Luke. Luke hits the inside of the post and thankfully goes away as he balloons the ball out in the last minute. That would have been very cruel to the Scotland squad. But with that last kick from the goalkeeper and a beautiful first touch, it is the full-time whistle and it is all over. We have lost. Unfortunately, England revenge their loss from last year, the surprise loss, and they come away with the 3-1 win on the day. And a game of football that could have went either way. It really could have. There was chances, there was unbelievable saves. Big John, I hate you, and I hate that you're so nice and kind. It's so irritating. Can you not just be annoying so I can hate you? Phenomenal save by Big John. He was really important all over the last 2 years, if we're being brutally honest. But that is the differences on the day. It can go for you or against you, and I'm not going to sit here and make excuses or be a bad loser. Someone has to lose. Unfortunately, it was us this year. Now they're calling it the finale, they're calling it the end, and by it looks right now, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last game in this current version of Scotland versus England. I'm not sure what the future actually holds. Again, I still hope and pray we get to see a game with fans in the stadium. I have tried my best for 3 years. We need the comment section to be loud. We need it to be in people's faces. If you want to see this game or a game like this with fans in and around the building, let it be known. Go to Theo Baker's channel, go to your social medias, go in to this comment section, make the people that can make the difference notice yous want this game. But ladies and gentlemen, it is now 2-1 to England overall in the games. Can I sit here and say, look you directly in the eyes and say, if we had our full team, do I think it's a different outcome? Aye. And I don't think that's me being bitter. I don't think that's me being sour grapes. You add Sam Wardrobe to that, Alcott from last year, Craigie in there for added depth and quality up front. It's a completely different game. But at the same time, I didn't want to discredit what my team actually gave. Pretty much everyone in that game was playing out of position to facilitate what we had on the day. Yet look how close we pushed that squad. I had a professional footballer in there. What we gave in that game. So aye, we can look at it, we can maybe say this or that, but I am so damn proud of every single one of my players that ran their arse off on the day. And I think you can see for this picture, we were done in, troops. We could not move. A lot of these boys, again, 5 o'clock in the morning, gone from Ibrox to Elland Road on a bus, hopping off it, playing a game, and then heading back up the road. One of the best nights I've ever had was that bus home, believe it or not. Despite the loss, the way the team bonded and her laugh was absolutely incredible, and it will be something I will always remember. Obviously, we all wanted to win, and truthfully, it still hurts me in my ticker. But again, someone has to win, someone has to lose. Lady Luck wasn't nice to us on the day with the bar and the unbelievable save. Hopefully, if we ever come eye to eye with the squad again, we have our full team available, we have people in the right positions, and Lady Luck smiles at us next time. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, if this is the last version, if this is the last game we ever see, I am extremely thankful to be given the opportunity to play in these types of games. I've said it before, but a couple of those laddies like Spencer was one of the reasons I made a YouTube channel. Now I'm playing against him and having a laugh with him, and it wasn't always cordial between us, but again, we're both just two competitive guys that wanted to win, and he got the win. He is also Scottish as well, and I tried to nab him for my team, but I wasn't allowed, so that was unfortunate. But aye, ladies and gentlemen, if it is the last version of this game, thanks to everyone involved. Again, Jamie for doing so much hard graft to put it on, getting this game arranged, and shout out to the English lads as well, Theo Baker, giving us the opportunity to play in these types of games, and aye, shout out to my team for giving everything as well. But I would love another crack at them, ladies and gentlemen. Full strength. Can I get it? Can I get one more and I can bring it back level? I promise. It's very doubtful at this current time of recording, but again, if you're loud enough, if you want to see it, let them know and we'll maybe see it. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, incredible experience playing in these types of games over the last few years, and that's all down to your support, help build our channel to where it actually is. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. They have the trophy, they have the bragging rights. Will we be back? We'll find out. But until next time, I've been Sage992. Thank you so much for watching. All the best, and bye-bye.